do have 4 o'clock, a little past, and I'll meeting to order. Request the roll call of magistrates and establish a quorum.
Mr. Elder?
Here.
Mr. Wicker? Mr. Smothers? Mr. Caldwell? Mr. Masterson?
Here.
Okay, we have 4 out of the 5. Mr. Smothers did call. He had another surgery late last Thursday evening, and he's under doctor's order to keep arms elevated, and he's having still quite a bit of pain and recovery, but he called and extended his apologies for not being able to make it today, and I told him I would extend it on the court and let you all know.
So we will try to
Y'all
struggle through.
Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And I know he's been battling some neck, back, and arm pain for a while, so hopefully that'll get better for him. One other thing I might bring up before we really get started, Sam B. Thomas's wife, Mimi, passed away this past week, and might keep that family in your prayers. Karen Lentz, of course, has done some work on behalf of the county, and Sam was a long-time advocate for Marion County, so just kind of remember that family and Karen in our thoughts and prayers. Okay, item number 1, if y'all have had a chance to review your packet, I'd entertain a motion to consider the minutes from the previous meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Okay, item number 2 is kind of a housekeeping item. We had a construction account that's been latent and dormant since 2006. Farmers Bank, Rodney Lanham notified us that if you don't use an account within about 5-6 years, it'll sheet to the state, and we don't want that to happen. So we'd like to just close out that account and transfer the money out. It hadn't been used and not likely to be used. Just need a motion
to do it. Second.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell? Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Unanimous.
General fund, or is it special?
General. My understanding,
Yeah.
we didn't have a bond issue or anything set up directly for that, and there's not any other account that would kind of fit. So it's okay. Items 3, 4, and 4A are all kind of tied together. Kenny Merritt and Jason Tatum are here. Last couple of meetings, we've had some presentations from the Jobs Training Consortium and Kenny, and advocating for the needs and upgrades and equipment. And you all have in your packet a estimate price quote from Fastenal on materials and equipment for the.
Fastenal for the small tools.
Yeah.
There'll be several small tools needed for the industrial maintenance lab. That's the program. So we're going to ask you all to do all of the purchase orders so that we can put these on order. It's probably about $25,000 that you're originally asking. After this, it leaves about $1,700. We're going to ask you some more. Finish out all of that.
You just want to do that all at one time and save us all trouble, or what?
Good to me. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So what you're asking for today, what are you going to be doing with it specifically?
Jason can explain to you if you'll look at the list.
That
The
always.
angle die grinder, it just uses the different parts of the industrial maintenance. There's a tap and die set, you can thread it, hold, wire, there's various grinders, different hammers, there's drills, some saws, a little bit of everything in there that you use. These are all kinds of different maintenance stuff.
Basically, they'll belong like to the county consortium or somebody.
Yes. There's also a labeler in here also so that we can actually label
I was asking how you keep track of.
these items.
So the 25.
You want to finish up
plus
to
what else?
25,000 then?
So
He's wanting to finish up to 25,000.
The 3 pages that you've got in the quotes today, you've got additional items that you're going to add to that, or is this?
all right, you've already, last meeting, a couple ago, you approved the mechanical train records.
The Amatrol, we got an invoice, well, notification of sales order acknowledgement. We did fill out the PO and sent that in, right?
About $20,100.
19,148.
And then this list of tools here takes us to, I don't know, 23, something, a little over 23,000. And then, of course, we've got a sandblast cabinet that needs to be repaired so that we can put it back in service. And we need some items to repair that, some gloves, some lenses, which need sand, you put on a sandblast cabinet. That's $350. We also need some electrical meters, that's another $600. So that's about $950 right now. But this will still be below the 25,000.
So 25,000 is what you need today?
No.
Additional, basically $6,000, right?
We'll make a motion. Then go ahead and spend up to 25,000, then come back in here. That's a motion.
We have a motion.
To finish is 25,000.
Second to add the additional request up to 25,000?
Yeah.
Second.
Up to the remainder of the 25,000.
Okay.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker? Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Most of these are tools, there's a few, like bits and things are expendable, or, you know, I know they break and go bad, but most of this stuff is
So he needs
basically
another
tools,
6, don't he?
stuff that, unless,
We're approving
over and over.
plus that additional $6.
We're not used up in the process each year.
like saw blades or drill bits or stuff like that.
I would like for you all to know that you're not alone in this, but even if we start kicking in, we sent out an email to all of our consortium members and asked for a lockout tag. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. It's a lock of the tag of electrical circuit so that nobody can get shocked while they're working on the equipment. So Joey Mining stepped up and gave us that, which is about a $500 value. Independence State has promised, pledged $2,500 to the industrial maintenance program. Fuel Total Systems gave us several PLCs, and that we can use to build equipment with. And Jason's getting ready to start building some equipment for student projects with those things. And then, of course, Amazon also gave us about $20,000 worth of gearboxes and motors and things such as that. So, you know, not are we just getting checks, but also getting some in-kind contributions as well.
That's good to know.
The PLCs, is that or is that part of the training too, as far as some of that, learn how to,
Our industry is one PLC and robotic training.
Yeah, it needs to be PLC, everybody. That's part of the deal anymore.
And we've got to do a little work on the robot training because we don't have much to work with right now, but we're working on that. And it'll take us most of this year to get things in place ready for it. It might be next year when we get into that. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen, appreciate it.
To actually old business, and part of what was in the motion last meeting was to have the county attorney prepare the MOU, which he has in this packet. The language in, I guess, the second part, now therefore the parties agree to grantor will disperse funds not exceeding the $112,000 in the aggregate amount and payment thereof to or on behalf of grantee. And at this point, we seem to be doing it on behalf of the grantee. Of course, you know, we left that door open in case you all found equipment or materials that consortium itself might advocate for, and then us reimburse you for that. So that will let it work either way. Right now, you are coming individually for needs, and the court's approving it. But the MOU does give both routes the ability to work that way, but I think the court still wants to kind of make sure that they're kept abreast of it. I'd entertain a motion to go ahead and approve the MOU as written by the county attorney.
motion. Second.
I'll come back again tomorrow and get some POs to get this started.
Okay.
Take your time.
The second to approve the MOU is proposed.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
And the last thing added to that is 4A, and on the back of that little packet that had this material, you see that we did in fact receive the check. And you'll notice in the LGEA fund balance, it's reflected in the amount that is now in that account. We do need to do a budget amendment for the acceptance and amend our budget to intake those funds.
Need a motion to,
Second.
Amend the budget.
make a motion to amend it and accept these funds.
First reading.
First,
Yeah, we'll do a second
first,
reading.
okay.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Unanimous.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the interscholastic athletic funding that we give the high school board of education each year.
Okay.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell? Unanimous.
Okay, item number 6, last two meetings, or last meeting, we approved the tax rate for the health department and the airport board and the extension district. The, I guess, the board trustees for the library met and agreed to accept the compensating rate for the library as well. And this is really just as much to keep, in compliance with the new SPGE legislation. We're not necessarily approving their tax rate, but we're accepting it. So entertain a motion to approve the recommended tax rate as proposed by the
Motion to
library.
approve or accept or whatever we're doing.
Second.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Elder? Yes. Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Okay, item number 7 is tied to the library as well. They do have a board member that's serving out their allowed amount of time, Carol Nally, Miss Carol Mauser Nally. You all know Miss Carol, probably a lot of you had her in high school biology.
I sure did.
They have recommended, actually, that Wayne Onks, the state librarian, has to approve the candidates as proposed, and their first candidate they submitted was James Spraggins, and then, of course, Will Knight is kind of a backup.
So Mr. Spraggins was their first candidate?
Yeah, they proposed him, they sent back, so they had to have 2, so they,
Is he,
Took another-
is he agreeable?
yeah, both of them have agreed to serve if they were nominated, but
Mr. Spraggins?
Second.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell? Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Masterson?
Yes.
Unanimous.